as I was introduced, my name is Bashe. I'm the Minister of Agriculture. I don't have a lot of things to say. The first thing I would like to say is Tanzania is a country with a lot of blessing. We have a stable country. It's a democratic state. It's the country which respects rule of laws. It's the country which respects the investment of people. We encourage people to come because we have something we can offer the world. It's the country of 40,000 hectares, 40 million hectares of arable land for agriculture, 29 million hectares for suitable for irrigation. It's the country with 2 seasons of rain. We have a shorter and longer season. We have a season of October, December, part of the country. We have a season of January to April. So this is the country with the youthful population. 60% of the population of Tanzania is age of less than 40 years. Tanzania is well located, we say Alhamdulillah in Islam, geographically. It's easy to access the GCC countries. So we came to Dubai Expro with one message. Come invest in Tanzania in agriculture. We want to partner with UAE to use UAE as an open door and logistics center and trading center for agricultural crops of Tanzania to feed the GCC and the other part of the world. This is our intention. We want to assure you that if you bring your $1, it will be safe. The country, we have decided as a country to reduce the cost of doing business. We have provided a list of incentive schemes for the investors. We have through THC, there is a lot of investment schemes whereby you can pursue them to make sure that you benefit and we benefit as a country. But at the same time, as the Minister of Agriculture, we decided to reduce your cost of doing business by making sure that we do all the soil analysis and we provide you with the necessary profile of the soil as per the product you want to put in our country and the nature of investment you want to put related to the agriculture, from the production to the packaging, to the storage, to the logistics. We want to work with the world because we have the ample land, we have the manpower in our country. The country has developed 17 stations for the research and development to embrace the modern technology so that we can embrace them in the agricultural sector. We have shown you some few videos, and we will be working closely with some communication companies in Dubai so that you can understand through our embassy, so that you can understand more in what we offer in Tanzania. Today, I'm very happy that we have our partner here, Afrika. They are exporting an average of over 200 tons, 200 containers of avocado from Tanzania to UAE and other parts of the world. And today, I think it will be the second shipment using Emirates, which will be flown to Dubai. And we will try our level best to build a very strong relation with the UAE government to make sure that we use Dubai as our second home for the trading with the world. And that is what we are looking for. And that's what we want to do. In Tanzania, agriculture is not just a way of life. Agriculture is business. And we respect every coin goes on the land to produce something. The world is talking about in the next few years, by 2050, we are told, I'm quoting the word, we are told by the scientists and everyone in the world, the global population will be 9 billion people. 2 billion that will be in Africa. 7 billion people will be outside the Africa. But to save the 9 billion people or the 7 billion people, you need a strategic partner who will work with you. Tanzania is a food surplus country. We produce an average of 4 million metric tons surplus of the food in our country. Last year, last harvest season, we exported 800 billion shilling worth of rice. We think rice is another strategic crop which we can feed the world, which we believe that is an important area for you guys to come and put your money. We have allocated enough land. Through TIC, we have enough land bank whereby you can put your money and we will facilitate you to get a short-term and long-term leasing facility in our land. You don't need to buy, you come and lease as per your business plan. If you want to invest for 5 years, come, you'll get a land for 5 years. If you want to invest for 10 years, come, we will allow you with that. We are looking for partners who will work with us in the production sector. We believe the future of the world business is food. And I believe it will take maybe 50, 100, 200 years, maybe the scientists to come an option of the food. So that you wake up in the morning, you don't need to eat. You put a chip, you get all your nutrients, maybe. That's where the world is going. But we believe that that will take a long time. So we believe the future of the global business is food. And for us to be a key player in the food, we are told by 2050 the global demand of food will grow by 50%. We embrace modern technology and smart technologies in the agriculture to combat the climate threat in Tanzania. We are investing a lot in irrigation, and we are giving a lot of incentive in the equipment. Another fast-growing subsector is horticulture. Fruits and vegetables. This is a fast-growing subsector in our country. And I always tell my fellow guys in the ministry, if you go on the Instagram, you'll never see a tobacco farmer putting his face in the Instagram. But you'll find an avocado farmer, veggie farmer on the Instagram and in the social media. And you don't see a youthful guy going on the tobacco or going on the sisal. But you will see everyone going on the horticulture sector. I think that's where there was a Zambian lady saying that to make agriculture sexy. I think we can make agriculture sexy through horticulture. And that's where we think that we need to work together. Tanzania respects private sector. When we decided to start the revolution of agriculture in Tanzania, we said, okay, where should we start? We say land. And then after getting a land, capital. Then we started approaching the financial institutions. We realized that the interest rates charged by the commercial banks in Tanzania were very expensive. Thanks to the Madam President, Her Excellency Samia Suluhu Hassan. Today I was joking with my fellow ministers of agriculture in Africa when we had a meeting in the morning, and in one group, we see the shakers and the people with influence are women. So I said, guys, we need to start our own men association now because we're endangered species. But thanks to her, because for the first time in Tanzania history, the interest rate on agro sector has gone down to single digit, less than 10%. And that has been categorically said by her, and she has influenced the central bank. She has influenced the commercial banks to reduce the interest rate, because realistically, interest rate of 20%, 30%, you cannot make money in agriculture. You will never make money. It's very difficult. So, and that is not only on the production sector, on the production end, it is for the entire value chain of agro sector in Tanzania. If you are at the farm, if you are an aggregator, if you are a processor, if you are doing the packaging of agricultural crops, you get this kind of incentive. We have zero-rated the importation of the processing equipment in our country for the agro-processing subsector, so that to attract a lot of people to do that job, do the value addition. On the horticulture subsector, all the cold chain facilities have been given import duty exemption and the VATs, so that we can attract a lot of people come and put their money on these infrastructure facilities to work with the globe. But also we were faced with one big challenge some time back. For you to trade with the world, you need proper certifications. You need to have authorities which are recognized by the world. I want to announce we changed our law and established what we call Tanzania Plant Health Authority, and we got the ISO certification and standards. But that job the certification job can not only be done by the government authorities. We allowed the private sector also to get their own labs, which are ISO and other international certification, the global gaps and the like, so that they will be registered under Tanzania Plant Health Authority. They can provide services to the private sector and allow the world to trade. So for us, agriculture is not just a way of life. Agriculture is business. And the driver of the agricultural business in Tanzania is food business. So we came to you guys with two messages. First of all, we are looking for partners who will partner with us in doing this kind of investment, in trading. But the second message to you guys is, we want to work with UAE, the Dubai, to be our second home for global trade on food, so that we can trade with GCC, we can trade with the EUs and other markets in the world. And we are committed for that as a country and as the government. And this is a very clear message to you. We have decided to start what we call block farm. You know, in Tanzania, 80% of the farmers are smallholder farmers with 1 acre, 2 acres, 3 acres. These smallholder farmers, for a very long time, people define them as disadvantaged people, so that they need to be given handouts so that they can survive. We are turning that from what we call, and I hate the word smallholder farmers, I consider them as any other SMEs, that these are just enterprise, and they are doing business in their piece of land of 3 acres and 2 acres and 5 acres. But we decided now to come up what we call a block farm system, whereby the government identified a big land of 5,000, 10,000, 15,000 acres. We clear the bush, we map the soil, we do critical analysis, the soil health analysis, and we prepare a book for that this land is suitable for a specific crop. So we are trying to tell you guys that if you come to Tanzania, and specifically in agriculture subsector, and in the food business, you will never regret to put your money. And we consider this place as our second home. We consider Dubai will be our logistic hub and our trading center to trade with the other part of the world. And this will be the area whereby we think that we can attract investors to come invest in our land, and we trade from here. So I don't have a lot. There will be a lady here. You can see how men now we are not on the front. She will be here doing some presentations, small presentation to show you areas of investment. But my message is, food is the next big business in the world, and that is the future. And Tanzania is ready to be your partner to trade in food. We need the right partners. We need the right people to work with. And on our side, we thought that this can be our second home, whereby we can attract people to come in Tanzania. Because we all need to wake up in the morning, pray, and look for food on the table, and then hit the road for economic development. So you cannot go in the lab to do scientific things without getting a food. You cannot go, whatever they call it, artificial intelligence and the likes, but you need to fill your stomach with the right food so that you can think properly. So we think Tanzania can offer you that, and we welcome it. Thank you very much.